Hey guys, what's cooking? Today we are gonna, of course, make a turkey because it's Thanksgiving. So happy Thanksgiving, everyone. And I actually did two extra things to this turkey. I brined it and I also stuffed it. Now, in an attempt to make this video a little quicker, I'm not going to show those two things off, but I did do two separate videos showing the stuffing and the brine. So if you do want to do a turkey just like I did here, you can go to those two videos. I will link them at the end of this video. And yeah, however, I will say the fact that I'm posting this right on Thanksgiving, it would be a little too late for the brine. Brining is something you gotta really kind of prepare, but you know, you could use it for future video reference. And I will, of course, give you time frames because brine turkey has different time frames, stuffed turkey has different time frames, and then, of course, it's slightly quicker if you're not doing any of that. So I will give you the time frames when we're at that point of cooking the turkey. So let's get started. Okay, guys, so this is our turkey, pretty big one, roughly, I don't know, like 16 pounds. I believe 7 to 9 kilograms is like 15 to 20 pounds, if I remember right, somewhere around there. So yeah, pretty big one. I have been thawing it out for a day. I'm currently right now making a brine for it. This part is actually being done a day before I cook the turkey, but if you don't make a brine for it and you're just like doing the turkey on the day of, this is the step you start with, of course. I feel like this step is very important for beginners because anyone who hasn't done a turkey before will probably not do this step, and that would be bad. So let's just open up the bag. Well, the bad part of having the camera close to us. So to be fair, I am gonna take it off of this because I'm gonna use it probably again. Okay guys, so I got the turkey in the sink. And so the first thing you want to do, for starters, if you're not doing the brine, don't take the turkey out until you're ready to like pop it in the oven. It needs to go in the brine, so that's why I'm working with it right now. The first thing you want to do is take the crap out from it. So there's this in here. Can you see pretty good? Let's bring it a little closer. Okay, so when you first take it out, you'll open it up here, and in the cavity, there will be a bunch of guck. So you take this out, and this one's a little, I'm just gonna cut it. Okay, take that out. And then there's more. So, liver. This is the gross part, guys. And actually, I think I'm gonna put a glove on since we are about to put our hand right in there. And you can see that there's some liquid in there. And if you hear some background sound, it's the pot on the stove. It's a crock pot, takes a little longer to come to a boil, tends to make a little more noise. So now, I'm just gonna put your hand in here and you just make sure that you got everything. Scrape off
excess stuff. Like there's another, so just make sure you got all the guck from it, and you can't see that I'm putting it here. Let's do this. Here, we'll just do a little there. So that way you can see all the guck that I'm actually taking out. So everything's out now, but you want to still just make sure any excess. And you're gonna also clean the inside here. So yeah, this is the first thing you do. So yeah, and this is, you know, on top of the fact that you should thaw a turkey anyway, this is, in my opinion, the major reason you thaw it, because you're not gonna be able to get at this shit if it's frozen. And then after that, we'll just do that. And we're just gonna add some water into it. Okay, and just some cold water is fine. Yeah, like I guess it don't matter. Hot, cold, whatever, you're just washing it out. So just get a little water in there, and you're just gonna wash it out. Make sure all the guck is out. Can you see? Yeah, you can see what I'm doing. And honestly, cooking a turkey is like so easy. Yeah. This is basically the most important part you need to know. And then it just kind of cooks itself. I don't usually keep this, but sometimes my roommate likes to make gravy or whatever. So like, yeah, I don't bother. I'm kind of a cranberry person when it comes to like turkey. So yeah, I like gravy. I love it actually, but a lot of the time I just pick up cranberry sauce. Okay, but other than that, you can toss it in the garbage. And of course, another thing to remember, you know, when you're done, definitely like disinfect your counter, because, you know, you did have basically a raw turkey on it. I think I will put the turkey on this lovely sheet of recycled. It's what it was on in the fridge, but the next time it goes in the fridge, it's gonna be going in this bucket so I can brine. So what I like to do is I like to just look inside and just make sure nothing's there. Make sure you got everything. We did. It's all empty. So yeah, at that point you just clean the excess, which is just rinsing it out. And yeah, I keep trying to fix this little thing at the top there. So our turkey is clean. Okay. Okay, there he goes. And we're just gonna, we can just pat him dry. And actually, I'm just gonna kind of cover him for a bit. He can pat dry like that. And we'll just have him covered. Okay, and he's just gonna stay like that. Not for very long. You don't want to just leave your turkey out on the counter. But like I said, you know, at this point, if you're not doing the brine, you can get your roaster and pop it in the roaster and start cooking it. I'm gonna put a chart in the editing up here, because cooking times vary on how big your bird is and all that. So here's a chart. The time that you set your oven is 350. Doesn't matter how big your bird is, but the time frame will differ. Now, a couple of things to keep in mind is if you brine the turkey, you can knock off 30 minutes of the time. But if you stuff the turkey, you got to add 30 minutes. So we're kind of evening it out myself today because this is a brined turkey, but we are also going to stuff it. So like, yeah. So first thing you want to do is set your oven, of course, to 350 Fahrenheit. And then prep your pan. And so that's what we're going to put the turkey in. Now, there's some people that like to add water to the bottom and some that don't. I am a person who does both depending on what I do to the bird. So basically, if I don't stuff the turkey, I will add a little water to the bottom. But if I stuff it, I will just spray the pan and I don't do the water, especially if I've brined it as well. So totally up to you. There's no right or wrong there. If you do add water in, don't add a whole lot. Just here you can see my finger in the pan. Add to about there because you don't want your turkey sitting in water, right? You just a tiny bit. And I'm just gonna spray it since we're not gonna do water today in it. And because I just took it out of the brine, we're just gonna pat it down. So if your turkey is wet as well, just give it a little pat down so it's dry. Because I did the brine, I won't be really seasoning it, but if you don't do brine, definitely throw some seasoning, like some salt and pepper, and yeah, this one's already basically seasoned. Okay, there he goes. He's a big boy. I still like to throw a little butter on top before we put it in, even although it is brined. I like buttering it at the top. And for those that may be wondering if you want to brine or not, because I've done both, and more so I don't brine, mainly because it takes a little more prep. But basically the difference is if you brine, you're gonna get like a juicier turkey, and yeah, it'll just taste a little better, but it still tastes great. Like I've never gotten any complaints about the turkeys in the past, so you'll be fine whether you brine or not. Brining just takes, like, you got to kind of know you're gonna do it a day in advance. You also have to have room in your fridge. Yeah, there's many reasons why people may just choose not to brine. Okay, so I just put a little butter. Another thing too, although this part can be a little tough sometimes with certain turkeys, but you want to kind of keep these wings kind of under, or else they might burn. So yeah, but I just kind of do whatever with them. I've got stuffing in this container. I pre-prepped it last night so that we would just be ready to go today. Now, as far as pre-prepping stuffing, I was actually iffy about doing that last night because I love stuffing, and stuffing can kind of be pretty quickly. Yeah. But I did it because we're stuffing it into the bird. Yeah, there's no way in hell I would ever have pre-prepped like stuffing as the side dish if it wasn't being baked, you know. It's a little bit to get in because it's been in the fridge, but we'll get there. Okay, I definitely made a little extra, not too much, but we got like that remaining. So now there's this little flap that you'll always have with your turkey. I like to put the legs in. Actually, when you first get your turkey, it'll be like that. You have to, use all your might to get the legs out of it. But it's a nice way to not have to use, some sort of string to hold the legs together. It's already seasoned, but I'm going to put a little pepper on top as well. There was no pepper in the brine, so. Okay, that should be good. We don't want too much. Okay, so we are good to go now. The turkey is stuffed. There's a little pepper on top. Tiny, tiny bit of water in the bottom. Okay, so then cover it, and yeah, like I said, use the chart. For us today, we are going to be cooking this for roughly 4 hours. It's a pretty big turkey. It's also stuffed, so yeah.
Okay, guys, so it's been 4 hours, and yeah, so this is me cutting it up, prepping it for dinner, and also, like I said earlier, I like to serve it with cranberry sauce. I don't know what it is. I just really love turkey with cranberry sauce. I used to only ever have it with gravy, and nowadays a lot of the time I'll try to do both. I'll have like a bowl of gravy and a bowl of cranberry sauce, and then people can just kind of pick and choose. But me personally, I usually like it with cranberry sauce. I think it's because I have gravy during like other meals, whereas the only time I ever have cranberry sauce is when I have turkey dinner. And I am a person that prefers ham over turkey, so it's not all the time that I cook up a turkey. Usually I keep that very much as a Thanksgiving thing, so I'd say like once a year. So that's the video. I hope you enjoyed. And like I said earlier in the video, the stuffing and the brine were 2 separate videos that I had done. So if you want to do the turkey exactly how I did it in today's video, definitely check out those videos. It will require a little more preparation. I know most people are not going to bother with brining, so I did design this video to be a video where you got the turkey thawed and you're watching a video and you're going to cook it tonight. Like, yeah, I did design it like that, just because the average person probably is not going to wait a day to cook their turkey. But I hope you enjoyed, and we'll catch you in the next one. Bye, guys. Happy Thanksgiving.